with Myth 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a motherfucking movie. So, in today's video, we're going to be discussing how a lot of American black men will end up poor and homeless in the next 5 to 20 years. So, it's a very controversial topic. Um, a lot of people woke up this morning without $25 in the bank. A lot of black men woke up this morning with $500 in the bank. So, but at the end of the day, these two people still ended up in the same exact predicament as each other. You know, one graduated high school, one didn't graduate high school. Um, one had a job, the other one hustled in the streets. You know, but at the end of the day, both of these guys still ended up in the same predicament as one another. Even though Charles decided to drop out of school, sell drugs, rob people, and you had Philip. Philip decided to graduate school, go get a job, and now it's 20 years later after both of these men went to the same high school. Both of these men went to the thanks Dark Force 73. Both of these men went to the same high school, and still one graduated, had a little college, decided to work. One dropped out, started to sell drugs, etc. But they both ended up in the same predicament 20 years later. And this is the harsh reality that a lot of us will face. Um, a lot of people never been homeless before. A lot of us have been poor before, but a lot of us think we're not poor because we buy things. We buy things to mask the fact that most of us are poor. You know, so I think that I was kind of lucky because I was homeless on and off for um almost the whole decade, almost a whole 10 years, like off and on. And I changed my life around. I changed the way I thought. I changed the way I perceive things. I started teaching myself about managing money. I started teaching myself about credit. I started teaching myself about real estate. Started teaching myself about different type of businesses and stuff like that. But a lot of people, since they haven't been to this point in their lives, a lot of people get into the point of being extremely poor and poverty. And they sleep outside and they get comfortable. Now, don't let me tell you how many young people I done ran across when I was in the streets of Atlanta sleeping outside. Don't tell me how many young people I done ran across when I went to Houston and I slept outside. Even though I had a plan when I started moving around like that. And don't let me tell you how many homeless people I seen when I went to Florida and I was sleeping outside. I started soaking in information. Let me say it again. I started me being homeless and not wanting to work. I didn't want to work at first. I didn't want to do nothing. I wanted to do it on my own. And I started soaking in information like why is this not working? Why is that not working? And I would run across people in the same position that I'm in, lots and lots. So I don't understand why, like when I make videos, black people be saying, "Oh, black people do work." I understand black people do work, but there's a large number of black people who are extremely in poverty, and a lot of black people who are working are still in poverty. And they're borderline. One check away from being homeless is real. Like, and then I would hear people's stories, you know, and when you talk to people when you're poor and you're homeless, people actually are telling you the real. They ain't faking or nothing. A lot of these guys and girls, they have no goals. Didn't most of them? A lot of them was young. You had a lot that was underage who was out there with their parents. Then you had a lot of them who was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, black men, black women who was out there homeless. And when you listen to them talk, like nobody gave them information on how to be a successful citizen in America. How the American dream is not just a dream for white people, it's a dream for all of us. And how easy it is to achieve the American dream. You know, most of our parents, when they was young, like I'm in my mid 30s, you know, most of our parents when they was young, they didn't do too much to impact or to impact our future. So now, since they raised us in poverty, we have to figure this stuff out on our own, like I had to do. You know, um, and a lot of us hear the right knowledge. Like, I'm not saying that I didn't have both of my parents. Like, okay, so my dad was in the military. You know, my dad was in the military for like 20 some years and he retired as a senior chief, but my mom, they separated. My mom kept me in Memphis. Then I would go back and forth with my dad and my mom. I had the hood side from my mom because of the situation I was in, what I'm saying, being poor. So most of my life I was with my mom, but my dad had a different way of looking at things. He was looking at things as working, prosperity, staying away from bad people, credit, how to build stuff, how to stay away from this place, that place. And what happens is that shit rolls through our ears. You know what I'm saying? And with John and Philip, even though one dropped out of school and the other didn't drop out of school, these both of these guys ended up in the same position at 20 years down the road. You know, um, a lot of black men will end up poor. A lot of black men in this country are already poor. A lot of black men in this country will end up homeless if you don't take heed, bruh. You know, a lot of guys. Why else is these young guys out here pulling robberies? Why else is these young guys out here going in the store stealing? Why else do in California? Don't matter what state you go to. You think niggas in Cali got it better? Why you think niggas in Cali going into Gucci and going into the stores snatching and running? It's because they're poor and they have poor mindsets. Most of us as American black people were raised with poor mindsets. There's one thing that Charleston White said that rang the bell with me when he had said karma ain't real. It's not. Karma is not real. I still ain't got mine. And as bad as I was in my past, like if I did get it, that whole time I was homeless, I did get my karma. Cause that shit was, you know what I'm saying, not easy. Being homeless becomes easy because a lot of people never really experienced that. But when you first go homeless, a lot of people, like I used to meet people who just got homeless, and it'd be hard for them to, you know what I'm saying, like you got to sleep outside. You got to change from sleeping in the house to sleeping outside to going in the room, the bathroom, stuff like that. And then you get tired. And then once you get tired and you fall asleep, it becomes easier because that's the hardest part. That was the hardest part about being homeless was resting. That's why you see homeless people sleeping everywhere. In Atlanta, I had spots, you know what I'm saying? I used to be at train stations. Doorville train station. I used to have my spot where I sold cigarettes, I sold liquor shots, I sold headphones, I sold knockoff cologne, I sold portable chargers. I was a guy who I was homeless because I didn't have no establishment, but I always had to hustle about me. So I kept money. So the hardest part was knowing that you got a bag full of product and you're homeless and people see you all the time and you're going to fall asleep. You're going to get tired. You can't stay up. When you get homeless, a lot of people be thinking they can stay up. You're going to go night night. Yeah, it been times where I would be in Atlanta all up all night at the train station. The train started running. I'm thinking I'm about to get off on the next stop. Oh, nope. Night night, you're asleep. And it's real. A lot of guys are heading, a lot of black men in this country are heading to homelessness. They're heading to the same thing that we ain't did no different than our parents. You know, our parents did the best with what they had. You remember that when it wasn't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about flashy having a $200,000-$300,000 house. Now with social media, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is rushing through life and they're missing out on how to actually be successful. You know, and that's why I was saying in our states when we see our people in our states and they're robbing people and they're selling cigarettes and stuff. um some people will make it. It's just like a sperm cell. Some people notice and they don't care, you know, and some people will make it out. A lot of people will not make it out. A lot of people don't have enough intelligence to make it out because you got to think about it. The first, what, 10 years of your life, 18 years of your life, you're being programmed. And when I say you're being programmed, I'm saying you're being programmed by the people you're being raised around. So let's say, for instance, me, for example, I was getting programmed by um 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 food stamps. My people was on food stamps, Section A, Social Security, poor hustling, you know, and 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 the thing about it is nobody has to drive. If you don't want to drive a Grand Marquis, You don't have to drive a Grand Marquis. You can go and get you a 2024 Audi. You can go and get you a 2024 Jeep. And a lot of us don't understand that the better opportunities to get this stuff is to build credit. And the way black people think about that, from where I come from, think about credit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was homeless and I knew better because I was learning. I was soaking up information on YouTube, like a lot of you guys on this YouTube video right now. Uh, I was homeless soaking up information. I was like, damn, so I can go get a secure credit score gonna go up, go get me a job, stack up, leave me some thousands. So that's how it all started, you know. Yeah, when I was down at the bottom, a lot of guys, what they would do is they'll have all these mystery stories of people coming from Russia, people coming from Mexico, people coming from Venezuela, people coming from all over the world, and white people are giving them loans. If you think white people just giving people loans, you got to be crazy. Think about that. If you think that white people are out here just giving people from foreign countries loans when they get into this country, you have to be crazy. And this is what a lot of people, I hear this from countless numbers of people. Let's get them likes up. We got 8 people in here, man. Just thumbs up the video for the algorithm one time. Cause we gonna keep it rocking. We gonna keep the knowledge pumping. You know what I'm saying? And this is a daily dose of the real. Anytime you come to this channel, it's a daily dose of the real. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. To the best of my ability. You know, but what a lot of guys, they be like, oh, the Chinese people come over here and get loans. The financial systems are not just gonna give people loans. They're not just going to give people credit cards. They're not just going to give people auto loans. They're going to, they have to have a track record on you. They have to know where you're living at. You have to be living somewhere. You have to have a bank of you. Well, you don't have to have a somewhere to live when you're establishing credit. Because I've been off and on homeless when I first started establishing my credit. You know what I'm saying? But to get loans, business loans and stuff, like, you don't think that these folks gotta have a relationship with the financial institution? Like, a lot of us, we fail because a lot of guys be like, man, them bills. You know what I'm saying? We're African American. We make jokes about bills. Oh, the bills coming through. Like, let me tell you guys something. When you are in control of your own bills, that's the best feeling in the world. I fucking right hand of God, like, love paying bills at the moment because I know that when I pay my bills, like some bills that I got a credit card with $2,500 a limit on that bitch. I got a Wells Fargo credit card with 2,400, 2,500. I got a Bank America credit card with $1,000 limit. You know what I'm saying? Then I got a U.S. Bank credit card with a $300 limit, and I got a car note and insurance that I pay, and I know what I'm paying. I know a lot of people see the apartment and stuff. Don't worry about the apartment. The apartment, you know what I'm saying? It was a blessing. The facts. It's a motherfucking movie. Coney Island styling on them is in the building. It's always in the building. You know. Um, yeah. Like I said, a lot of us as black people, with that poor mindset that was drilled into us, we have to stop getting information from all black people just because we're black. Just because this lady is my mom doesn't mean that she understands the financial system yet. It's a lot of stuff I taught my mom. Like, I remember when I was younger and I tried to talk to her and teach her stuff, she would go crazy. She'd be like, "Oh, you a child, stay in the child place." You know how black women is. Stay in the child place, you a child, you know. But just because somebody looks like you don't mean they have the best knowledge. You got to look at people's circumstances. Look at their house. Look at the car they're driving. You know, you can't just be like, oh, I'm just supposed to take your word for it. Oh, this is what happening. This is what's happening. The people from Colombia is just coming over here, and the American government is just giving them a loan to start a restaurant. Dumb. I should have smacked the person who told the people who I heard that from. But the best thing to do is to ignore them. To just take it in. Don't fight it. Don't fight the lie. Do not fight, waste your time fighting lies. The worst thing to do. And then you get in a whole argument with somebody because they really think that what they're saying is right. Like, you might meet an old guy who, in his philosophy, if you do something or you steal something for him, then he's gonna cut you or he's gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And that's his philosophy. So we gotta watch who we interact with, man. I'd have been in the streets and seen death. I done seen, well, I done seen murder. I done seen robberies. I done seen death. I done listened countless numbers of times of people, and I've been homeless, and like black women, that's a whole different story. I was homeless and I had women out the frame in Atlanta. Let me tell you. I'm just telling you, like, easy. Like, but they all wasn't there. They wasn't there mentally, you know what I'm saying, to you know what I'm saying, build into this man, you know. So a lot of us, we end up poor by making poor decisions, by listening to poor people. When when you're in a situation and you need somebody to talk to, a lot of people would just tell you what you want to hear. You don't want to, you might as well just keep that to yourself, because I don't want you to tell me what I want to hear. I want you to tell me the truth. You know. We got lucky number 7 in here. Anybody want to hit the comment? Anybody got anything to say? Make sure you guys please thumbs up this video. It only takes 1 second to hit that thumbs up button. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But a lot of us, we can break the chains that's on our minds. You know, I remember, like, I had to rewire my whole way of thinking about everything. You know, I was raised in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Memphis, raised in Memphis. We had GDs, Vice Lords, we had Bloods, Crips. I was falling right in line with, you know what I'm saying, being in the gang. You know, I'm falling right in line with going to prison for robbery. I done robbed people. I done burglarized homes. I done did all auto thefts. A lot of things that I don't have no record. I got a domestic violence. I got a stupid DV on my record, but I don't even have a record for a lot of the shit that I did. You know, um, and a lot of times we have to break. We can actually break the chains of this dysfunctional way that Black America has been programmed to think. We got black women who we thought was princesses in college, who I mean in high school and middle school, we thought was fucking good girls. And now they on OnlyFans with they heels on, with their butt in the air, with the G string in the crack, and all that. We got guys, we got guys who we thought, you know what I'm saying, was good dudes who out here homeless or in prison. And then when you go to prison and you come back out of prison, you know what I'm saying, you have to face reality. You still gonna have to do something. And a lot of people don't know what to do. So they end up doing the same thing that they've been doing. They keep hearing the same thing that they've been hearing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's okay to do that as long as you don't get caught and this and that. It's okay to do that. And you end up right back in the same situation. It's a poor, we can break them chains. You know, nobody's holding us back. A lot of you guys hit my comments. I have thousands of comments on this channel. I got over 400 videos on this channel. And when I make my videos about guys working jobs, you got a lot of you guys are still talking about is slavery. Oh, it's oppression. It's the white man and slavery, and it's unjust. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, I please, Lord, do not surround me in an environment where I gotta stay around some idiots. And a lot of black people don't want to take accountability that a lot of us are idiots. Because how in the hell is working a job slavery when I thought slaves didn't have a choice to go to McDonald's? Like, I'm like, damn, if I was a slave and they was giving me choices around this bitch, I'm like, damn, bro, that sound like a good deal. Slaves will be like, that's a good ass deal. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get to choose what job you have to work. You don't necessarily, if your boss is racist, you can sue him. If the police violate your rights, you can sue them. White people not holding y'all back. They don't give a fuck about you. They are too busy making money just like anybody else in this country. That's why Asian people are steady prospering. That's why Spanish people are steady prospering. And a lot of these Spanish guys who want to be hood and bring that hood stuff from Mexico and be black, that's why a lot of you guys are not prospering. Black culture is not it the way we think it is, bro. Like, a lot of people be thinking, oh, this street life is the. I'm gonna tell you, I slept in the streets for years. Streets don't care about your ass. You can be homeless, sleep outside. You think the streets gonna put a blanket over you? You can be shot, laying there dying. You think the road that a man made money to pave, you know, you put the asphalt on that motherfucker and you pave it. Somebody had a job and made the streets that you're calling the streets, you idiot. And you think the streets gonna call the ambulance to come get you? You think if your daughter, like I got daughters, I got multiple daughters. I don't just have one. God, for some reason, I get the girls. It is what it is. But you think if my daughters grow up too fast and you know what I'm saying, they 16, 17, and you think the streets gonna call the police that there's men out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, get with my child? No. Man, we have to come, we have to disengage into this philosophy of the streets. It's okay to smoke weed. With my cigarette that I rolled in here, I usually roll blunts, but I'm a weed smoker. Sometimes I don't spend money. You know what I'm saying? I got my six, so I'm like, hey. Then I went out. I could have got a blunt today, but it's all good. It's that time of the show to smoke. So, uh, weeds, marijuana is legal in my states. It's okay to smoke bud. I don't care what nobody says. But sometimes, like when you're getting too comfortable smoking buds, it's not cool to smoke buds and get relaxed around bad people. When I was homeless, I down there stopped smoking weed. On God. Like I smoked, but I stopped smoking. Because when you're relaxed and you're smoking around bad people with bad thoughts and bad ideologies, then you open yourself up to robbery. You open yourself up to people trying to infiltrate your kingdom. That's what black people will do to you. That's what niggas who are poor will do to you. They will try to infiltrate you. You know, you out here getting money. You know, if you ain't trying to be buddy buddy like I wasn't with a lot of these dudes, a lot of dudes be trying to be buddy buddy and get up under you and see what you got. You know, 9 times out of 10, I'm married. I got a family. I got daughters. If you're not on the same level as me, we ain't friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be friends. Like, we could talk, you know what I'm saying, online or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying, by me hanging out with you, man, I would be under the jail the way people treat people out here. And I got kids, girls, you know. Yeah, I would be under that motherfucker. On God. Do we have any comments? Do anybody want to say anything? Anybody want to put anything in this motherfucker? You're welcome to put anything in the video. Yeah, we have to structure our way of thinking. Guys, let me tell you guys something. Black women are fools because they're not out here. Yeah, just because a lot of black women are working more jobs and getting homes. I mean, a lot of these women, a lot of black women, they're not owning homes. I mean, I see you sisters out there that are real women who know what's going on, and y'all doing y'all thing about owning them. But a lot of these women who be looking good, they gonna end up in the same position too. They're renting apartments for fucking $2,000-3,000 a month. Like, I'd rather pay a mortgage, and then in 20 years, if I'm young enough, I know that home is gonna be mine. Or I'd rather just go buy some land. You know, we have to like these are ways to not become poor. And know when you buy a house and you buy land, anything you own that's a property, you have to pay taxes. So for all the black people who don't like paying taxes and shit, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna end up in a bad situation. We're gonna go straight to the moon. A land has been as cheap as it has ever been. You can literally buy an acre of land. It might not be in the city, it might be on the outskirts or whatever. You can literally buy an acre of land for about $5,000-10,000 on God. You might not have plumbing, you might not have none of that, but in time, you can add those things to that. You don't need electricity. It's 2024. This not 1990. We can put solar panels on the top of our shit. We can electrify our house with solar panels. You know, we need more stand-up guys. My channel is about stand-up men. We need stand-up men for our communities. And women. That's why every chance I get, I'm gonna try to shame the shit out of a lot of these sisters because they deserve it. You know. Do we have anybody who want to add anything to this video? Um, make sure you guys thumbs up this video. Um, I wish I can add people to the show. I'm new to live. Um, um, Dysfunction starts at the home. My mom put me out early. Black mothers are horrible, and we protect them. My mother beat the shit out of me, disrespected me so bad. I saw a video that black men hate their mothers. Jesse Lee Peterson said we must forgive our mothers and return, not our fathers. What's up, Jay? Yeah, same thing with me. Well, my mom, I'm from down south, so a lot of times when we have mothers, we don't get to choose who our mothers is and shit. My mom used to smack the fuck. I used to be high, but I was a bad kid too. I used to smack the fuck out my ass. Yeah, I be high as a motherfucker. And she be like, "I know you high." She be like, "Why you looking like that, like a little Chinese?" Oh yeah, we in the building. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My mama smacked the fuck out of me. You hear me? Or got down like extension cords, switches. Facts. You got to return to your father. If you have a father, you have to return to him. And if he's not on what you're on, or he's not on anything, but you'll get the truth out of him at least. But in turn, if we can't return to our fathers, we have to become the fathers that we never had. I was just out with my daughter playing outside with my daughter just now. I'm like, look at this little person. Like, don't know nothing about the world or nothing. Y'all thumbs up, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up for me. I be trying to stay in the live, but then I'll like in the middle of my live I'll end up hitting the J or a B or a blunt, and then I'll be geeked up, and then I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So usually my longer videos, sometimes I'll stay on. Like when I don't smoke, I'll be on for like an hour and a half. But we're gonna get this live jumping. We're gonna get the world in this YouTube channel. We got to bring people up to the front of the congregation. We have to bring these hoodoos up. We have to bring these women up to the front of the congregation to answer to the courts of the world. We need to dismantle the dysfunction that has been created surrounding the black community, man. We're hurting as a people. Nobody wants to be us anymore. They used to. They used to want to sing. They wanted to sing like Ray Charles, and you know they want to sing like Marvin Gaye and all the oldies, and the black people came up singing, and the basketball players, Michael J. Jordan, uh, uh, a lot of them old players and shit. Now, LeBron, you let a Russian beat you? Like, come on, you're it's crazy. And I'm from and I stay in Denver. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But it's all good though. It ain't about race. A lot of people, but just know a lot of people do not want to be your black ass. Now they don't want to be me, or and when they see us, they expect us to be a certain type of way. They expect us to be ignorant. The facts. Y'all got people leaving. Fuck. I'm playing. I love you guys, but yeah, but a lot of they're expecting it. They're expecting you to go off the hinges. They're expecting you to pull out your food stamp card at the store, not have enough. You know, you know why they don't want to be us because of social media. Live screens tell a lot about black people upbringing. Right. Everybody else have wonderful upbringings. Black people, like our shit, the only good upbringings I be seeing is coming from rich people like Kobe and shit. Like they take their kids on summer vacation, take them to the screams, take them camping and shit. Teach them, tell them stories. Every other race is still doing that except black people. The majority of us. Niggas still po. It's a dude at the store right now, bro. Looking like I'm about to get you right now. I'm about to get you. I'm about to get me a car or whatever type shit. Like, yo, JB having some good points. Jay's from Memphis. I ain't gonna put you out there. And that's another thing. You guys are completely. I know I show my face and stuff, like, but when I do go live, and like I got people who are in Memphis, like who don't like me at all, like, cause black people don't, what I'm saying? Not black people don't just like black people. I wouldn't put you on live with your face. Oh man, I got a fucking super chat from Coney Island styling on him, and this is my first fucking super chat ever. And my boy just hit me off with one. Like, you know you are forever remembered on this channel. You see, people like that who does things like that, like the first, like if I was to ever get fucking famous, like Jay, even though Jay from the hood, he in Memphis, you know, like you can see me. I'll be like, hey, bro, yo, let's get some money together. You have a spot on this. You have a spot with Money Moves with Memph 2.0. You got a spot for you got a forever spot on this channel, bro. Facts. Anytime you wanna when I get bigger, if I got 50 fucking thousand subscribers, if I got 100,000 fucking subscribers, I don't give a fuck. Jay's getting on. I'm at Coney Island styling on was getting on. 49.99 super chat. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Oh yeah. Thank you. Anybody else got any comments? We done had 9 people. I already know my people who support this channel. A lot of you guys be just looking in. If you're if you're Asian, if you're white, if you're Mexican, it's not about race. Hit the thumbs up button. You know what I'm saying? It's it be seeming like it is war. Some people do be raised with the racist tendencies. Like, I'm not saying that people don't have racist thoughts and be in racist places like police. Some police officers do be racist. Some, not all. So just hit the thumbs up button for me for the algorithm. Y'all gonna make me cry on live. Yeah, y'all gonna make me cry on the live, man. God damn. But this knowledge, it don't matter, bro. Like I appreciate y'all for just showing, coming through. You know, um, we have to be the men. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't fall asleep. Yeah, yeah, you are. I'll end up going in. I'll end up smoking, and then I'll end up going in my room and going on Call of Duty, Vanguard, and I play people from all over the world. I end up smoking. Like I be end up smoking everybody. Like it'd be like shoot like that's the only shootout I really want to get in is one on the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be getting it. You know. Yeah. Yeah, but we have to become the men that the other men in our community could not become. A lot of us are going to die for standing up for what's right in a lot of these communities. You know, I'm not saying just throw yourself away, but if you believe that if you done seen an old lady in your community and she's nice and she don't bother nobody and you see a dude come through and knock her across her head and you stand up to that, if he got if he a gangbanger, non-gangbanger, whatever. My PlayStation name is uh MILF 901 Gang. Yeah, MILF. I'm about to get on that. MILF 901 Gang. That Call of Duty Vanguard be the shit, man. You got to get up on there with me. Oh yeah, yeah. We can. You know what I'm saying? Like I love all of y'all. Like we can like let's do it. Like let's help each other if we can. But you know what I learned about helping each other? You can't help nobody who can't be helped. And I know a lot of people care about, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us and stuff, but a lot of black, yes, this me. If you send me a friend request, we in there. I'm about to go get on there right now. Actually, I'm about to go right in there and get on Vanguard. I don't know if you got it. If you got it, we can party and we can got now. I stay to myself in Memphis. You got to. You got to. I done met some real killers. I done met some real criminals who you just look cool and they want to be your friend. I be like, God damn it. But you gotta play your part though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta it's because you don't want to die as well, you know. But yeah. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you ain't wishing no harm on nobody, but you just stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys who be selling the grams. Like it's when I was in Atlanta, this guy said, I got Kush, I got grams. I'm like, what's the name of the motherfucker? Like, what you got? And they'll get over on you on the ground and shit. But when I go to real dispensaries, that's another thing. Us getting over on each other on little stuff. Like if you believe that you can be great, if you believe, if you take racism out of your heart, you know what I'm saying? If you take racism out of your heart, if you stay out the way, you know what I'm saying, and really live life. You got white people who will save your fucking life. I got hit by a semi truck in Atlanta when I was homeless too. I was in a wheelchair homeless for a long time. Well, I stayed in a place for a little while too though. I got hit by a semi, and who put me back together? I got 3 too. I don't really like 3 though. Like 3, them dudes on 3. I guess because it just came out. Like all the professional gamers are on that shit, and they be smoking shit. But I will be moving to Modern Warfare 3. I got that one too. I got that one as well. So if I do hop on that one, I'm about to add you, and we can fucking game. Maybe you can show me some tricks on the Modern Warfare 3. I got that bitch. I don't even play that motherfucker. It's just sitting in there. I got it. Yeah. But guys, it's nothing but love. We're gonna have to give a shout out to one more shout out to Coney Island styling on him for the 4.99 super chat. Um Before we get out of here. So we have to stay up. You have to stay up as a black man. You cool. Oh yeah, for sure. Add me, brother. And I'm gonna add you as well. And we're gonna be on it. I got a clan on Vanguard too. Um, oh yeah. Anytime. Well guys, no matter wherever you are at, I'm gonna be shooting lives a lot more than I used to. Eventually we're gonna get the green screen. We're gonna get the podcast studio set up and stuff, and we gotta bring people in here. We gotta talk about this. We have to debunk the way a lot of people are thinking out here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. But guys, make sure you guys show love if you can. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for stopping through. And I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next video. Always remember, fellas, it's a motherfucking movie. Over and out.